How's it going, everyone? Bizarro Mike here. This is Wake Up Wednesdays. Capcom Cup 2017. It's over. We have a champion, but I do want to talk about Capcom Cup a little bit. I haven't had a chance to really talk to you guys about the event itself. It was a fantastic event, of course, whether you were there on site or watching online. So we want to talk about Capcom Cup, the LCQ, a little bit about Top 32 and the finals. I also have a couple interviews for you, so if you want to just skip right ahead, look at the description below. There's a timestamp. We're going to be talking to Moke and, of course, Alex Myers. As you know, not only did we have a great tournament, but we had a couple decent reveals. So let's just jump right into this. The Last Chance Qualifier. This is the first time we've done a Last Chance Qualifier for Capcom Cup, and we weren't really sure what to expect. I think I've talked about this before as far as registration. We put this thing up and we figured, you know, maybe some people will show up from North America, obviously some local people, SoCal, NorCal, it's pretty close, right? No, we had players from all over the world enter within maybe not even an hour of putting up that registration. We had players like MOV, Nemo, Infiltration, all the guys that probably were in that top 40 to 50 range and beyond who showed up for this literal last chance to get into Capcom Cup. And if you watched it, if you saw, it paid off for one player. Two guys, two of the biggest names in competitive Street Fighter, Infiltration and Nemo, grounded out through the Last Chance Qualifier. Over 160 players registered. Long day, that first day of Capcom Cup, and it came down to Infiltration and Nemo. And real quick on Infiltration. The guys, I wouldn't say disappeared necessarily, but he obviously hasn't been the same since last year, and playing different characters, and it really showed at the Last Chance Qualifier that this guy is on the verge of, I think, a breakthrough. He may not be peak Infiltration like we remember him, but I really believe in 2018 we need to look out for Infiltration, because judging by the Last Chance Qualifier competition, he came to play, he was ready, his Menat was on point, his jury actually looked fantastic. Depending on what happens with those characters in Arcade Edition, I really think Infiltration could be a strong force next year on the Capcom Pro Tour. So he makes it into Grand Finals against Nemo, who Nemo has played fantastic all year, although he hasn't put it together in any Capcom Pro Tour events, which is obviously why he was in the Last Chance Qualifier. So to have these two players battle it out, Nemo sent Infiltration to losers, but they meet again in Grand Finals. Infiltration resets the bracket. Nemo eventually comes out the victor and moves on to Top 32 Capcom Cup. Amazing tournament in itself. So if you haven't seen that, obviously the archive is on Capcom Fighters on YouTube. Go check that out. Real quick on Nemo before we move on. We were waiting to take his pictures for Top 32 to prepare him for the next day after winning that LCQ. And I was actually kind of joking with him. I said, hey, you know, you could just make it easier on yourself and qualify sooner by winning, you know, like a premiere event or something like that. And I believe Carlton Beener, our photographer for the event, tweeted this out, so he got a lot of action on that. And Nemo actually said, this was easier. I'm not sure how true that is. I'm not sure if he really believes that. Maybe he was messing with us. But just to know that a player who felt like, you know what, I can kind of do whatever throughout the year and then show up to the Last Chance Qualifier and win this thing and make it in, that's a pretty bold bet and a pretty exciting story. All right, so speaking of Top 32, I don't want to run through this whole thing. You've seen the brackets, you've seen the matches, but I just want to talk about some highlights of some things that stood out to me from the Top 32 at Capcom Cup. Last year and this year, for the most part, the West really came out strong in Street Fighter V. Of course, Knuckle Dude was our champion in 2016. Players like Ricky Ortiz did super well. Punk was the #1 seed, had amassed an incredible amount of points on the Capcom Pro Tour, winning events after event, placing second at EVO, of course. Incredibly strong performance this year. He did have to play the 32 seed, being the #1 seed in Capcom Cup, and that is something we will reevaluate. A lot of players feel that higher seeds shouldn't necessarily be punished by having to play a random opponent coming out of the LCQ. We'll definitely evaluate that for 2018. Having said that though, as great as the West has been the last year and a half, Japan really showed up to Capcom Cup. Just in the top 8 alone, you had Daigo, Yukidon, Moke, Tokido, Nemo, Itazan. And that's only not even half the Japanese players that were in top 32. So Japan has really come on strong. Problem X, fantastic showing as well. The only European to make top 8 and really played strong towards the end of the year. I would say definitely considered one of the best players in the world. You wouldn't be in Capcom Cup if you weren't, but the best Bison in the world. I'm not sure anyone can really come close to that conversation. Won a couple premier events in a row. Won like 3 or 4 events back-to-back weeks. So he had a great run. Unfortunately, it didn't end the way he wanted in top 8. Nobody likes to go out, especially if you're in a loser's bracket in top 8. But he had a strong performance, so congrats to him. We'll get to Mena RD in just a second. Another standout player. I really want to talk about Didimokof. So here's a guy who gets in through the Latin America Regional Final, and nobody knows who this guy is. A Dalsim player. So, you know, like 2 strikes against him, right? A Dalsim player in this field, that's rough. From Latin America region, we don't really know this guy. We assume that he's probably not up to par with the rest of the field. Well, guess what? He showed that he can play with the best in the world. His first match, he lost to Yukon, who of course made top 8. And then he goes on to beat Oil King, which is one of the best Rashids in the world. There was a lot of Rashids in this bracket. Kazunoko, of course, one of the best Kamis in the world, and your 2015 Capcom Cup champion. Before losing to Nemo in the losers bracket. Daigo sent Nemo to losers in the second round, I believe it was. So Didimokof, he makes a strong showing, and the thing that stood out to me the most was this player, when we were doing our media day, we didn't have a Portuguese translator, but he happens to speak Spanish, and 801 Strider was around, and he also speaks Spanish. So we do our little short interview session with him, and it was really surreal to be able to see these two. Now, I didn't get the whole conversation because we didn't have the whole conversation translated while we were shooting, but it was really incredible to see these two players sort of bond, and you could see the passion, and you could see the desire to just to do well this weekend in Didimokof, and the fact that he was happy to be at this event. So shout outs to Didimokof for showing up, playing incredibly well, and again, this year, and especially this Capcom Cup, we got to see what I think Latin America was about on the Capcom Pro Tour. Now, having said that, top 8. Finals day was amazing. Again, I mentioned Problem X, unfortunately, took 7th. He lost his first game. A lot of Japanese representation. Again, Daigo, Yukon, Moke, Tokido, Nemo, Itazan. I would say at this point in finals, on day 3, Tokido was probably the favorite. Your Evo champion, plays a fantastic Akuma, really sort of put his own stamp on that character, and I don't know how anyone would have considered Tokido not to be the favorite to win the whole thing. But Nemo, again, this guy, Nemo, comes out of the LCQ, makes it all the way through top 32. He's on the loser side of finals day, but here's a guy who, if you had this guy in your bracket coming through the entire thing, LCQ all the way into top 8, congrats to you, because I'm not sure very many people would have predicted that. Personally, I thought he was one of the characters one of the players that would make it out of LCQ, but I had no idea that he would make it into top 8. So here you have Nemo breaking hearts through the losers bracket in top 8. As you may recall, his match against Itazan was a fantastic match and probably one of the most memorable matches of the entire event, especially when he goes in for that handshake. Nemo, he's kind of a proud guy, and so, you know, he goes in for that Urian fierce handshake, and luckily Itazan acknowledged him, but shoutouts to Nemo for having such an incredible performance. But his run ends to the eventual champion, and this is important. This is important for a lot of reasons. You have an 18-year-old kid who's again a young man whose life has changed winning this event. Mena RD from the Dominican Republic. If you were there, I don't know if you saw it on stream, because I actually haven't watched a lot of the archive yet, but this guy has his cheering section with him at all times, right? and they were there to power him up. Mena RD, just think about this run real quick. Mena RD beats Xian, Kazunoko, Daigo, Itazan, Nemo, and eventually he loses to Tokido in winners finals, but he comes back into grand finals by beating Nemo in top 8, and has to reset the bracket against Tokido and then take the final set. And he does all of that. So he plays 3 sets against Tokido, eventually takes grand finals. This guy's life has changed. He's a fantastic player. Playing Birdie, who I'm not sure many people feel is the strongest character, but he made it work, and he's been doing exceptionally well all throughout the year, carrying his country, and to be quite honest, probably an entire region on his back through the Capcom Pro Tour 2017 and Capcom Cup. So to see him in that grand finals, there was a moment where I really felt like, oh no, this is it. He got hit with that demon rush, the raging demon, and I thought that was it. I thought he was taken out of it. His mind was done. He was taken out of it, and he recovered from that. And he eventually took that set, and of course the next one. But I think one thing that if you weren't there, and even if you were there, you probably didn't notice or didn't realize this, with all of his friends and family from the Dominican Republic cheering him on and shouting and screaming in that crowd, I think that's, you could see a moment where it started to power him up, you know, almost like Hulk Hogan style, right? And that was the difference for him. I think that's when he got his confidence back, and that's when he really, really just stood tall and showed that, you know what, I am, on this day, the best player in the world. And you know what, not just this day, throughout the year. But that's what Capcom Cup's about, right? Sometimes a player just has their best day ever on the right day. And for Mena RD, he's been a fantastic player all through the year, but he had his best day on Capcom Cup finals. So congratulations to Mena RD. He got to hoist the Capcom Cup. Of course, he takes that big $250,000 prize home with him. And yes, he will actually get to help design a new costume. Most likely it'll be something Birdie related, but you know, we'll see next year. Having said that, enough about that, enough of me talking about that. I actually want to ask a favor from you guys. I know a few of you came to me at the event and talked about how you like these videos and you like that it's sort of a personal connection to the community. That's actually one goal that I really was shooting for with these videos. So having said that, any moments that you enjoyed from Capcom Cup, anything you enjoyed from even the Capcom Pro Tour this year, things you liked, even things you didn't necessarily like, I'm happy to talk to you all about that. So feel free to drop those comments in the comment section of this video, or I've started threads on the Reddit Street Fighter, the Street Fighter subreddit, so you can look out for those as well. I'll drop some links into the description on those as well. But for now, I really want to hear what you have to say, what you thought about the event overall, what you thought about Capcom Pro Tour overall, things you think we could maybe look at or evaluate for next year. Feel free to do that. Comment section, Street Fighter subreddit. Let's move on. Finally, last thing. And you, again, this is in the description, so you can jump ahead if you want. I've got an interview with Moke, who of course, Ponos Moke, who of course made top 8. This was the first chance I've ever gotten to speak to Moke, so it was a really cool conversation. He's got a great personality, so I do hope you check that out, hear what he has to say. And I'm gonna post the video with Alex Myers. I'm gonna be up front right now. The video quality is not great. That's my fault. The lighting wasn't great in the venue, a little out of focus, but overall, it's a great conversation. These are great conversations that I just didn't want to lose. So we talked to Alex Myers. This was before the reveals. So I'll include, after our talk with Alex Myers, the little video I shot of his reaction to the reveals, which, by the way, amazing reveals. I'm really happy that everyone was excited about them. I'm really happy to hear that people were excited about Arcade Edition and Season 3 coming back. Yes, we revealed all 6 characters: Sakura, Blanca, Cody, oh man, Sagat, Falke, and G. So look out for more information on all of those characters and Arcade Edition as the months go on, especially as we head into 2018. And of course, look out for more updates on the Capcom Pro Tour 2018. Please enjoy these interviews with Moke and Alex Myers. This is Bizarro Mike. This is Wake Up Wednesdays. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
What's going on, everyone? Michael Martin here, Bizarro Mike. I'm joined by the Boy Wonder, Disco Vigilant. That's going to be your new nickname now.
I'm cool with that. No,
all right.
Boy Wonder's fine.
Ponos Moke here. We are at Capcom Cup. His first round opponent is Justin Wong, so I figured we'd dig right into that.
Sure.
How does he feel about that matchup?
じゃあその1回戦のジャスティン・ウォンにどう思いますか？勝てるかちょっと緊張してるかどうですか？
カナダカップで、ジャスティンに負けてるんですよね。でその時の内容っていうのもすごく僕的には悪くてなんですけど、次ジャスティンに当たるってことですごく仮に戦をやってきました。なのでカナダカップの時に比べるとすごく自信はあります。
So I actually played Justin at Capcom Cup and I lost to him. And it was not
Canada Cup.
At Canada Cup, that's right. It was at Canada Cup, and I actually got bodied pretty hard. Like, it was not a close match. I didn't do very well. However, since I found out he was my opponent here, and having that data from Capcom Cup, I was able to...
Canada Cup.
Canada Cup. I was able...
New meme!
There's your meme, folks. I was able to really solidify a plan against Karen, and his Karen in particular. So I've got confidence going into this.
Is he training with someone in particular for that matchup?
特に日本のカリン使いと一緒に練習してるんですか？
はい、孫さんと今ボンちゃんがカリンを使ってるので、孫さんボンちゃんにお願いしてカリン戦を積んでます。
As you guys probably know, Bonchan has started using Karen in the last few months, so I've been practicing with him, as well as Mago, of course, so that has been useful for me as well.
Who has the better Karen?
マゴさんとボンちゃんさんと比べたらなんかカリンはどっちが強いんですか？
タイプがすごく違くて、で最近ボンちゃんがカリンを触るようになったんですけど、すごく丁寧なんですよね。なんで、孫さんはすごく経験からくる当て感とかっていうのがすごくて強くて、だけどボンちゃんはどっちかっていうとすごく守りのタイプのプレイヤーなので、本当にどっちが強いっていうよりも攻めと守りで全然別のキャラとやってるような印象は受けましたね。なのですごくいろんなタイプのカリンに対応できるかなっての思います。
So they're actually totally different play styles. In addition to Bonchan, only having picked him up kind of recently, and Mago having a lot of experience, Bonchan tends to play in a more kind of clean and controlled style, whereas Mago's really going off his experience as a Karen main. In addition to that, Bonchan is, he's well known as being a defensive player, and Mago is known for kind of going in, being more offensive. So having practice between the two of them I feel like I have practice against any kind of Karen that I can fight. So yeah, it's been extremely useful to get to play against both of them.
So he won't commit to which one's better.
やっぱりどっちが強いかはよく言えないです。
2人とも強いです。
They're both strong.
Yes, they are. We know this. Okay. I want to talk about actually earlier this year, the Capcom Pro Tour. We've seen a lot of strong players come up, especially Japan. I feel like has really caught up to the rest of the world, whereas last year maybe the West might have had, I guess, a little bit of the edge in Street Fighter V, but it's also specifically that EVO performance. Talk about that EVO performance, how he felt about that, how he felt about making top 8.
Sure. 今年はなんか日本が本当に海外を支配することじゃなくて本当になんか平等のレベルになったんじゃないですか。去年はちょっとアメリカが有利って話があったんですけど、なんか日本とアメリカは平等ぐらいなんじゃないかでもあるんですけど、特にモケさんがよく知られてないモケさんがエボでベスト8まで進んだっていうのはすごく印象的で、モケさんにはそのエボの結果についての感想をお願いいたします。
何より自分で思うのは本当にびっくりです。本当にエボリューションで初めて海外に来たんですよ。アメリカに初めて来て、でその場ですごく小さい頃から見てた大会で場に立てるっていうのは本当に自分でもびっくりで想像もつかなかったですね。 だけどあれが実際に今ではこういう風にしてプロとして活動できるきっかけになったので、本当に感謝の大会ですね。
So, if I can be completely honest, more than anything else, I was surprised in myself. Reason being, it was not only my first time traveling to play fighting games, and it wasn't only, ever, and it wasn't only my first time coming to America, it was my first time leaving the country at all. So, given that kind of backdrop, and also thinking, you know, since I was little, I've always wanted to, you know, get really good at games and be a pro gamer. It was just an amazing feeling, and on top of that, you know, it ended up being my chance to become a pro gamer. So I'm just incredibly grateful towards my opportunity that I had at EVO.
What opportunities, or was there any opportunities that I guess sort of opened up after that performance?
そのエボの結果の後にどんなきっかけがあったんですか？プロゲーマーになるためのなんか機会がありましたか？
実際にポノスの人とエボの会場でお話をさせてもらったんですよね。で、時その壇上の僕を見ていましたっていう風に言ってくれて、そこからのつながりで、じゃあこれからそういう風なプロとしてやっていってくれますかっていうお話をいただいたっていうのがプロに至る流れでしたね。
でその後は直接なんかポノスとの所属になったんですか？
そうですね。直接僕の方からもポノスの方に行ってお願いしますっていう風な形で動きました。わかりました。
So at the venue there were people from a group called Ponos, which as you know I'm now affiliated with, and they were just watching the match, like near the stage basically. And they came up after the match and said, it was really cool, really exciting to see you play. And from there we kept talking and I ended up becoming an affiliated player with them.
So Evo was his audition for Ponos.
エボは、まあちょっと言い換えにするとポノスとのオーディションって感じでしたか？面接みたいです。
僕自身はプロになりたいっていう思いが今年はすごくあったんですよね。なのでポノスとのオーディションというよりも本当に全企業へのオーディションのつもりでエボには臨みました。
全企業へという、
はい、例えばだから本当にスポンサーしていただける企業を探してますっていう風なスタンスでエボには臨みましたね。
わかりました。Okay. So, rather than being exactly an audition for Ponos directly, I came in to EVO, you know, as I said before, I really did want to be a pro gamer, and I came in kind of saying, like, you know, I'm open to the idea of signing with anyone, so I came in as a free agent, and I left as a member of Ponos, basically.
Got it. All right, let's... Before we move on, I want to talk about just in general the tournament experience, since he mentioned that this is the first time traveling outside of the country. Just in general, how do you feel about the overall Capcom Pro Tour tournament experience, and actually maybe talk about some differences between like competing in the US versus competing in Asia or Japan?
Okay, sure. Can we split that up into two? Would that be okay? All right. So, そうですね。初めて海外に訪ねてきたモッケさんはなんか今参加するカプコムプロツアーについての感想をお願いいたします。
プロツアー、これまでのプロツアーってことですか？
The Pro Tour after this one. そうです。
本当にまずプロツアーを回ると思ってなかったので、プロツアーの感想か。でもいろいろな国に回るようになったっていうのがやっぱすごく楽しいですね、プロツアーは。やっぱり世界で各国でこれだけストリートファイター5を楽しんでる人がいて、これだけ盛り上がってるっていうのを肌で感じることができるっていうのは本当に嬉しいなっていうのを思います。
So I actually didn't travel a whole lot for the CPT, but I was able to go to a few different countries, and you know, of course, I'm grateful for that experience, and I had a lot of fun being able to do that. And also seeing how excited everyone gets over all the events at Capcom Pro Tour, I think has been really cool, and I was glad I got to see that. Oh, and then there was part two. What was that?
The difference between events in different, I guess, countries.
ちなみに日本の大会と海外の大会の違いはどんな感じだと思いますか？
やっぱり見てる人たちが一番違いますよね。日本の人たちっていうのは盛り上がりはするものの、本当にそれぞれが自分たちで楽しむっていうような感じなんですけど、 海外の人たちっていうのは本当に会場全体で楽しもうとするその姿勢っていうのが見られるので、僕自身も大会に出る上でやっぱ海外の大会っていうのは本当に楽しいですね。
The big difference, more than anything, is the way that the audience reacts to things. In Japan, it's really like you're kind of enjoying it by yourself, almost like being in a movie theater, really. But when you're in America, in particular, and you see people all like enjoying it together, it's really like you feel the entire venue is enjoying it. It's so much louder, and I really like it, honestly. It's very cool to see that difference between Japanese tournaments.
All right, I want to talk about characters in AE real quick, but one more question. As far as like the competition, obviously he's a younger guy, and we're seeing a lot more younger players in the West, but also in Asia, especially Japan. It sounds like more younger players are coming up in Japan. Just talk a little bit about that competition, about wanting to play, because we heard that he had this preference of playing younger players in the West, the guys like Punk and Knuckle Dude, guys like that. Just talk about wanting to play those younger guys. What's the motivation there, I guess?
Okay, sure. 最近、アメリカでも日本でも若手のプレイヤーが上がってきました。で、昨日も言ったんですけど、なんか同世代ぐらいのパンクさんとナクルドゥさんに負けたくないって言ったんですけど、そのなんて言うんでしょう、その勝負、なんかその他の若手との勝負はなんかどんな感じですか？わかりますか？
勝率ってことですか？勝てますかっていうことですか？
勝てますかっていう話もそうですけど、なんかその情熱はどんな感じですか？なんかその若手との勝負なんです。
答えになるかちょっとわかんないですけど、本当にアメリカはパンクナックルで、ヨーロッパにもすごく若手のプレイヤー、強いプレイヤーが出てきて、じゃあ日本はっていうところにあると思うんですよね。でその時にやっぱその見てる人たちがナックルとかパンクは若いけど日本の若手は誰々だよねっていうようなプレイヤーに上がるプレイヤーになりたいなっていうのは思ってます。日本のなんで日本の若手代表として本当に世界で活躍していきたいなっていうのはパンクナックルを見てすごく情熱を燃やしてますね。
答えになりますよ。Okay. So honestly, in terms of the young players.When you think of America, you think of Punk, you think of Knuckle Dude. When you think of Europe, there's also players that come to mind. But in terms of the conversation for Japan, people are kind of like, who is there? Who is the big young player from Japan? So with that in mind, I really want to be that young player for Japan. That's the main thing. And, if I could be kind of the representative for that, I think I could bring a lot of passion and energy.
Would a strong performance here at Capcom Cup help with that?
もしこのカプコンカップでいい結果を出せば、そのなんか日本の若手のプレイヤーの代表になれると思いますか？
なれると思います。
Hell yeah.
Good answer. All right, let's talk about characters real quick. Rashid is the main. A lot of young Japanese players actually play Rashid.
Yeah.
Talk to me about this character. Why you play this character? What's the motivation for playing Rashid? And then we'll talk about looking ahead at like AE.
Okay, sounds good. 実はそのなんか日本の若手のプレイヤーの中でラシード使いが多いんですよね。多分3、4人ぐらいがいて、なぜそのラシードがそんなにハマってると思いますか？そんなに人気が
日本でですか？
そうです。You mean among the young Japanese?
Yes.
そうですね。
やっぱり、すごく分かりやすく自由度が高いっていう部分をやっぱ引き出すプレイヤーがまず最初にいたんですよね。でそれを見てやっぱそのラシードっていうキャラに興味を持って始めるプレイヤーが初めに多かったキャラクターなのかなっていうのを思います。
So, the thing about Rashid is that he's got a lot of like really open use. He's like really freeform and easy to use, and it's kind of easy to understand what it is he wants to do exactly. So I think for people who are just getting started out or people who are like kind of making an entry to fighting games in general, he's been a really good pick, and I think that might be the reason for his popularity.
Have you seen his second V trigger yet?
AE の挑戦についてなんですけど、新しい V ツリガー2はまだ見てないですかね？
いや、さっきプレイしてきました。
I played it recently.
If so, what do you think?
じゃあその V セガ2についての感想はい
いですね。V トリガーは本当にもしかしたらアーケードエディションになって V トリガー2を使っている姿っていうのはビジョンとして浮かびましたね。かなり自由度が高くて新しいラシードを作り出せるんじゃないかなっていう印象を受けました。
新しいラシードっていう
今って本当にどういうキャラっていうのがやっぱ大体固定化されてきたと思うんですけど、だけどシーズンが変わってじゃあ新しいのが発売された時にまた今までとは違ったラシードっていうのをお見せできるんじゃないかなと思います。
I think it's incredibly strong. I think it allows it more options, and to some degree, I think it could allow for a new style of Rashid. The kind of Rashid we have now is kind of like set in stone. You know, like we know how he's supposed to go. But this new V trigger, I think, gives him more possibilities to be played in a totally different way. So I'm very much looking forward to using it.
What else are you looking forward to as far as AE and Season 3?
Okay. AE と、シーズン3についての期待とかありますか？他に。
やっぱり本当に新しいものを見たいっていうのがあると思うんですよね。なので本当に来年のプロツアーだったりとかは本当に新しいキャラクターだったりとか人それぞれがいろんな個性を出せるゲームになっていることを期待しています。
More than anything, I really just want to see new things, especially new characters who I think will be coming out next year. So, yeah, that's the main thing that I'm looking forward to, just fresh new stuff.
Any characters specifically that you're looking forward to?
特に期待を持ってる、なんかこのキャラを見たいなと思ってますか？
今ってすごく強いキャラが強いゲームになってるんですよね。なので弱いキャラクターたちはやっぱその前に出にくい表に出にくいキャラクターになってるので、なんで次のバージョンで期待しているのはそれまで表に出なかったキャラクターたちも大会で活躍しているような例えばリュウとか、ナッシュとかがやっぱそのには期待してますね。
そうですね。実は調整の話じゃなくてなんか新キャラは誰を期待してるという
新キャラ、新キャラそうなどうしようかな。僕自身はサードストライクのキャラが好きなんですよ。で今のバージョン今のグラフィックで見たいなと思うのはオロがすごく見たくて、あとは誰かな、オロだったりとかネクロっていうのはスト5で見たいなと思います。
So I actually ended up asking a different question on accident first, but I think more than anything, I really want to see the characters that we consider kind of weak to get, buffs and being able to fight a little bit better, so like Ryu and Nash. For the second question, I'm actually a huge fan of the appeal of the third strike characters in general, and if we were just going off like appearance, I think like Oro and Necro would be really cool to have in Street Fighter V. So I'm looking forward to them if they're coming out.
Interesting. I guess we should also ask where does the name Moke come from?
Okay. Moke という名前はどんな由来ですか？
遊戯王のモケモケっていうモンスターがいてるんですよね。そこからの由来です。
For anyone that's played Yu-Gi-Oh, you'll know that there's a monster called Moke Moke, and that's where I got the name from, basically.
Why?
なんでモケモケのモケにしたんですか？
本当にアドリブというかその場で作ったんですけど、小学生の時に子供の頃にゲームの大会に出る時名前がいるってことをその場で知って、でどんな名前にしようかっていうのを5分ぐらいで考えた時にモケモケっていうモンスターが浮かんで、じゃあモケにしようっていう感じでした。
It was pretty much ad lib, actually. This is all the way back from when I was entering a gaming tournament in like elementary school, and I didn't know that I was going to need a name. You come to your tournament the first time, you get asked that, and so within 5 minutes, the only thing that came to mind was the monster Moke Moke. I was a Yu-Gi-Oh fan when I was a kid, so I was like, all right, I guess I'm going with Moke. So that's how I chose it.
Got it. All right, we better wrap this up.
Sure.
This is Disco Vigilante. I'm Bizarro Mike. Moke, thank you very much, and good luck at Capcom Cup.
Okay. See you later, guys.
We're doing this here, Alex Myers. Do it live. How's it going, Alex Myers?
It's going pretty good. A little salty about yesterday, but I'm good.
Where? So we just watched this guy win his match And yeah, we're very proud.
My baby's all grown.
And you said that you wished you were in all of this stress.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
I wish all my hair is falling out right now. You know, all of this. I wish all the DR guys are rooting against me. I want it all, dude. I want it all.
So far this weekend, let's just talk real quick about Capcom Cup. You did play in the LCQ. I know, like the other, I can't even remember, 170 or so players. Only one could make it out. How do you feel about that?
I feel like it's fair that only one makes it out. You know, it's cool that we get.
I mean, we only had one spot, so like.
Yeah, it's cool that you they at least give us one chance. You know,
Yeah.
I think it's fair. It's cool. You know, like you said, only one person can win.
Yeah.
Can't be too salty. Like if you don't win, you don't win.
Yeah.
You know? So I like the format. It's pretty good. Yeah. Only thing I would say that maybe changes that whole death tournament into a pool. That was a little. But that's the first time doing
Duly noted. All right, so you've actually I've seen you over there. For those that don't know, if you weren't here, you messed up. We had AE setups. You could play versus, and I saw you over there a lot. I know you're probably taking a break, so you can play some more later. But give me your quick impressions. Oh, somebody would have to do this as we're doing this.
I know. Sorry, let me get out.
Give me your impressions. Just your quick impression of AE so far.
AE actually looks really good. There's no real throw loops. I heard like maybe 2 characters have throw loops still. So I think that alone makes the game a lot better. You're not in the corner just dying. Like as soon as you're in the corner, you're not just dead. You at least have a couple chances to think. I think that's very important, and I'm glad Capcom's doing that. Cammy got buffed for some reason. I don't know why, but
Why does she keep getting buffed?
I don't know. I'm happy. Whoever loves Cammy like this, I'm very grateful. Please make Sakura really good too. Sakura? Wait, what? Oh, this will be released later. People will see Sakura. Okay, but yeah, I like AE a lot. Cammy's V-Trigger 2 actually looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I only don't like that it's 3 bar. Like I'm having a hard time building it because she has no her V-Skill is really bad. So like it's hard for me to even get that in.
Yeah.
And like the only time I'm really landing it is if I'm trying to make a comeback.
Yeah.
But I think that's actually a good comeback V-Trigger. So like, say you randomly lose momentum, you start losing, that might actually be the V-Trigger you want just in case that happens.
Okay.
Just to make sure you can get that comeback because she has a Jaguar kick that's an instant overhead. Okay. She has a command air throw. So like she can mix up the Jaguar kick with air throw and all those juggle, right? So it's like kind of like a 50-50, and then she has a V-Skill dash. It's like a Buki's command dash, really fast. I think the command dash is the best part because if I do a crouch medium kick and I do it, people were like mashing jab just to beat it. I could probably do something like delay, like a stand fierce to catch that and stuff. It'll make her offense like a little scarier. It'll make them panic for sure.
Yeah.
So I like the extra layers there. V-Trigger 1 still seems good just for like it being 2 bar, but I could see V-Trigger 2 having a lot of utility later on, but I'll have to test it more.
Did you play with anyone else at all?
No, but I saw some people using other characters. Fang has baby arms. Did you notice that?
I actually have not seen that yet.
I'll show you later. It's so weird. Fang has baby arms. Bison has a command throw.
Yeah. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Bison mains.
I hate you, Bison players.
You're welcome, Problem X.
Yeah, you're welcome. But yeah, I haven't really played anyone else. But from what I've seen, everyone seems pretty happy except Ken players. So who cares about Ken players, anyways? They keep nerfing him for a reason. but yeah.
I don't know why that is. What's your expectation? I mean, based on what you've seen, what's your expectation for Arcade Edition and next year?
I think Arcade Edition is going to be really good. Hopefully a lot of older characters get released. I think that'd be really cool. But overall, from what I'm seeing with just the game changes right now, it looks like it's headed in the right direction. Only thing I would say maybe change is like maybe fix Ibuki's back roll because she still has that back roll glitch.
Okay.
And maybe tone down the lag a little bit, but I understand that's like a work in progress. Right now the game is becoming a little less gamble heavy, so like I like that a lot. Like I'm fine with guessing mid screen, that's fine, but like the corner game being less stressful is a big change, I think, in my opinion. I think you'll see a lot more solid results throughout the year. Like throughout the year, like people that are consistent throughout the year will continue, to just be consistent.
Capcom Pro Tour wise is actually talk to me about your year this year. How you feel about everything? I mean, obviously you're not playing in Capcom Cup, so I know that's a goal for everyone. But overall, I mean, how do you feel about your year and the progress that you've made, especially compared to last year, where I feel like you showed significant progress, just overall results, and I would say, in my opinion, this year you've built on that. So how do you feel about it?
I definitely built on it. I placed top 8 pretty consistently. Since joining Tempo, I made top 16 at least at every tournament, a couple top 8s. So I was really happy about that. But I can see little things where I need to work on, and it's coming together. I'm overall pretty happy with my play. I just want to make sure that everything's put together so I'm in here next year. And hopefully, if Sakura is out, I'm really looking forward to playing her. I think that'll complete my game plan. Like Cammy and Sakura seem like a really good team, so I'm really looking forward to next year. I think I'll do really well.
Okay. Anything you'd like to see, I guess, different on the Capcom Pro Tour for next year?
Only thing I can really say overall is maybe less tournaments, because I'm super burnt out. Like throughout the year, it's just a lot. Like there's a tournament almost every week. Some of the tournaments were also kind of like they didn't have like as good of organization as I think they should have if they're considered to be a Capcom Pro Tour event. So I think those kind of tournaments, I want to say, which should probably get removed, and so we can like take a little bit more of a break. So maybe just a few less tournaments. I don't want to be too much, because then like it's harder to qualify.
Yeah, exactly.
But just like maybe 5 or so, maybe 5 tournaments less. Just a little bit, Maybe every other week would be good instead of every week. I like it. That's the only thing I would say could change. I really enjoyed the Capcom Pro Tour this year, so I'm happy with this.
Any last thoughts?
Can't wait to play Sakura. I love Michael Martin. I'm proud. I'm proud he's a Cap Cop now. Good stuff.
Alex Myers, thank you.
Thank you.
Make sure you keep an eye on Capcom Fighters. Alex, what's your Twitter?
Alex Myers FGC.
I probably should know that, but sorry.
Yeah.
Bizarro _Mike.
You don't love me, Mike. It's all right.
Bye.